Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for watching. I'm Lucina Singer. My friends call me Layla. If you're new here, I am ADHD, bipolar, and recovering from suicidal depression, and I'm also learning how to start my own business. So before we get started, and so it doesn't distract you, I am wearing gloves because I have dyshydrotic eczema on my hands, and it's very unsightly, and so I felt like this would be less distracting and a bit more professional, sort of. So I actually had this whole sort of apology planned for you guys today because I had a video that I wanted to go out and shoot at this really beautiful spot, and I have not been able to do that for the past week because I've been sick, and you know, this eczema on my hands actually makes it kind of painful to drive, and so I just haven't been able to make it out. But I realize this is actually a really good moment to share because part of what I'm trying to share on my channel is the journey to success. Whether it's a journey that's starting from debilitating mental illness into the success of being able to, you know, function in a way that you can feel proud of, or if it's even further than that into, you know, really substantial success, you know, in your career. And one of the most important elements of the journey into any kind of success is persistence and consistency. Actually, that's two of the most important elements. Sorry. Anyway. Two of the most important elements of success are persistence and consistency. Now, I haven't outlined this. This is all off the top of my head. But first of all, persistence. You can't let things get you down. You can't let things get in the way. You can't let things stop you. If something is a legitimate stop in the road, you have to figure out a way around it. You have to figure out an alternative. You can't just give up. You can't just let something, you know, oh, well, you know, I'm not going to be able to post the video that I wanted to post on Friday. I had this video in mind, and so since I can't post that one, I won't post one at all. No, I can pull out my phone and I can, you know, talk to you guys and I can post this video instead. It's not the one I had planned, but it's better than leaving you guys hanging if you're, you know, for my subscribers who are, you know, coming back every Friday because I've told you that I'm going to release a video every Friday. So this is better than nothing. And, you know, better than nothing is most of the time it's a lot better than nothing. It's not just a little better than nothing. So that's number one. That's persistence, is not allowing those things to stop you from following through. And the other one is consistency. I told you guys I'm going to be releasing a video every Friday. I'm going to be releasing a video every Friday. It doesn't matter if it's just a video of me, you know, pulling my phone out and talking to you guys real quick. I'm going to be releasing a video every Friday. And a big block for a lot of us who struggle with any kind of mental illness or a learning disability or something like that, we've had a very hard time probably maintaining consistency in our lives because we don't really have a good sense of, you know, how long something's going to take us or how much we have to do in order to do it. Especially if it's new, you're starting a new journey. I'm starting a new journey, you know. I'm not familiar with how long it takes to make a YouTube video, you know, all things included like editing and all that. So I'm still learning that time frame. But setting deadlines for yourself and enforcing consistency with yourself is part of that learning process. You start to learn how long it takes to do things. When you force yourself to stick to a schedule, your brain starts to catalog and learn how long it takes to do things. When you make promises and you force yourself to stick to those promises, it helps to build your ability to keep your promises because it helps to build your brain's ability to gauge what it's going to take to keep those promises. That is something that we can strengthen. That's a skill in our brain. We can strengthen our brain to get better at that. You're going to hear me talk a lot about starting small, so a good way to start with that is to start with something like this. You know, I've committed to releasing a video every Friday, so I have a week to come up with a video, and that's a long time. If I want that video to be perfect and a certain topic and all the outline right and the editing right, it's not a lot of time. But I start with simple videos like this, and the quality of my videos that I'm able to release on a weekly basis are going to eventually get better and better as I get better and better and more skilled at getting more done in the time that I allot for myself to do that. So for you, you know, an example of starting small could literally be something as small as just, I'm going to get the dishes done by 2 o'clock today. You know, don't worry about whether or not it's so small that it feels ridiculously small. Like, you know, I can do that. That's easy. Well, that's good. Then start there, you know, and then Add on to that, you're going to get the dishes and something else done by 2 o'clock today. When you get good at that, maybe you get the dishes done by 11 o'clock instead of 2 o'clock, like start challenging yourself and start pushing yourself. You'll hear me say over and over again, there is no starting point too small, but you can absolutely start too big. So therefore, err on the side of small, and you will eventually get to the point where it's difficult. If you keep pushing yourself, you'll eventually get up against that wall where it's like, okay, now this is the limits of my skills. But if you start too big and you don't do it, you don't follow through, that reinforces that idea that you have that you can't do it. And that's not true. You can. You absolutely can. But because you don't have a sense of what you can do, it's really easy for you to start too big. So start with something you know is too small, and then add on to it slowly. That will build the skill of consistency for you. That will build the skill that it will take to start, a bigger project. You'll be surprised at how good you get at it. You'll be surprised if you don't rush yourself at how fast, actually, that you grow. So anyway, so this is actually a little bit of a teaser because this was sort of the topic that I want to talk about in the video that I had wanted to make for you guys. So stay tuned for that. I am going to be filming a video that is going to be a 3-part series on basically how to achieve success. And I know that sounds really, really broad, but just like I did today, I'm going to break that down into some very, very practical chunks and some very practical ideas. And I think I'm going to be able to help you understand these concepts in a way that's actually going to make sense. And it's going to feel like something that you can do, rather than, it's not going to be just like pumping up cheerleading. Like I don't do that. I mean, I do that, but I can't cheerlead you into building a house if you don't have the tools to build a house. So I want to give you the tools to build a house and then cheerlead you into building the house, because I definitely believe you can absolutely do it once you have the tools to do it. So anyway, thanks for watching today, guys. Thanks for being around, waiting for my Friday video if that's how you're watching this. If you're not, I release videos every Friday. So please subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications. I'll see you next Friday. Love you guys. See you on the road. Bye.